previously on Talk That Talk.
Right, Maya, because you got the student side, but what we haven't talked about is the director side. Because I remember when I first got the PV, you would have thought when I first got there, I let the student, let everybody tell it I was talking to everything walking. I'm sitting there like, golly, like no. I'm Quan. You would be surprised, bro. I'm getting people like, oh, do you talk to this person? No, I don't talk to nobody.
At that game, that's that chocolatey.
No, bro, it ain't that, man. It's the fact that when you're in a position of power, people expect you to push that power onto people. I'm not that type of director. I want to be a director that the people feel like they can come talk to. No matter who it was. Like I say on the show all the time, it was weird for me when I first got there at our first game that I went to, because I didn't go to the Labor Day Classic. I went to the next game and in Beaumont. And
you didn't go.
Yeah. I forgot. No, I didn't go to Texas Stadium. I went to the Beaumont game. And I remember how much it blew my mind how them guys was calling Maya's name that did not know her. That shit bothered me, bro.
Bro, we used to talk about that every single game, bro. Like, we couldn't understand. Like, we was like, dog, this is weird having all these dudes calling this one girl name. Like, yeah, I remember.
And me personally, I didn't want to talk to Maya because I had no reason to talk to Maya, and I didn't want it to be all look at him trying to holler at Maya. So I went and talked to her. But one day I just ran like, Maya, does that bother you? And she was like, yeah. I don't know these dudes, random dudes coming up, and then she's in the little leotard daddy. I'm like, man. But I can only think about if it was my daughter in that situation. I wouldn't want that mess, man. Grown men trying to holler at her.
But I have a question though. Do you feel like social media also changed that too? Because we had Facebook that just had kind of started and was in its infant stages. But I think Maya, when you started marching, like Facebook, Instagram, everything was like popping. So people started following, dancers. And then we could just keep it a buck in the HBCU world to be a dancer, at that level, you low key like a yard celebrity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and you was a captain. So think about the shows that transition now, that's a celebrity status. You know what I'm saying? So to a dude,
but the other part of that, and Maya, I'll let you go because, he asked you the question and I'll add on to it. Go ahead, Maya.
I mean, no, exactly that. There is a piece of that comes with it, and especially, I guess it was a lot that had to do with it was because I came from Townview and the natural feed-in from Dallas to PV anyway. So it was like I already had a little bit of traction even before I got there. But I've said it before, I'm very glad to a certain extent that I stopped dancing when I did, because even now that social media is even more prominent. And I mean, like we were talking about, tapes or footage is being put out live, so if everyone is a lot more accessible, you know what I'm saying? It's like these people feel as if they know you. And to think people was making shirts with my face on it that I had no idea who they were. So, yeah, there's definitely a creepy element to it, but I'm just glad that I stopped when I did, because I don't know if I would have been able to make it through, what's going on now. Because it's
but even your time, I think it's your time in particular, Maya, because right now I don't hear. I mean, it may be the same. I haven't been to a game in a while, but I don't hear them talking about the dancers the same way. Yeah, they probably look like, dang man, they got that fine chick. But they ain't calling them by name. You don't know them girls' name.
Shit, they know they whole squad name, dog. They can name every single person on. Yes, bro. Yes.
Because I remember when Maya was dancing. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was Maya, and it was that young lady from Southern. Kayla. And I think she like a singer or something now, right? So it was it was y'all two. That's the people I always heard people talking, and I'm sitting there like,
bruh,
they don't know these young ladies, and they got, like Maya said, pictures with shirts with Maya face on it, calling her by name in the stands. It was almost. I remember, Julie. I remember this vividly. I remember me and you talking. We were like, man, we might have to start something like the Spartan Guard or something here, because the way that when y'all would come out the stands to go get dressed, Like I remember in Blackshear, I used to walk with y'all sometimes. I'm like, man, I don't want no dude to just walk up on these ladies and on that stupidity, man. So it can get scary out there, man. Like
it's way worse now, bro. I'm a be 100. It's a lot worse now because now you have, and Maya can probably agree. I'm just coming from a band director standpoint, the person who just tries to keep up. But there are full pages dedicated to certain dance lines, certain people on dance lines. Like I like I told you before, like my former student was a former dog captain, but like I found it weird when so many people just actually knew she was, and she had a fan page, and I was like, bro, y'all knew who she was when she was a what's it called, the not the dolls, was it Golden Blues, is that what it's called at Southern, I think, yeah, like they knew her name when she was a Golden Blue, like that like it's real bad now, bro. It's like super bad now, dog. But I think too,
it's different too.
Weird,
it's different, bro. But it's different though, right? Because like Julian, think about it from a MIAC perspective, right? With the exception no, I can't even say that. Back when we marched, y'all, the obsession with the dancers was not there. Yeah, we had some beautiful girls in hot ice, but they had the straight dancer body. There was nothing there. So like in the MIAC, when we saw Morris Brown for the first time,
Bubbling Brown Sugar.
We were like, oh,
that's Bubbling Brown was top notch back
because then. We used to say it all the time. No offense to my hot ice friends and stuff. We love y'all, man. But at the end of the day, we used to say they got the prepubescent boy bodies. There was nothing happening, and we'd be like, boy, looking like straight Alva Ailey out there. And then a couple of kids. A couple of years later, like after I got out the band, I ain't gonna say this young lady name, but she came into the band and it changed things. Everybody was like,
no. Well, I'm not gonna say it changed things. She was the only one because everybody that was surrounding her still had the prepubescent boy bodies,
except for one person from Portsmouth. And I'm not putting the name out there, but except for one person, it kept transitioning, right? So
it was always one per year,
right? Until she got in hot ice, and then things we were like, okay. So all I'll say is it was completely different in the MIAC than the videos we used to see of other conferences. Like that was new for us.
And see, that's what I was going to bring up too, Sean. Because we live in this social media era now, a lot of these young ladies love it. You know what I'm saying? Back then, it was back during Maya's era, and before it was hella creepy. But now, like these girls fan off of that.
Well, and these women are also monetizing it now, right? Because all these women that are very popular like that, all of them throwing little dance camp daddies and making money off it. We talked about that like towards the beginning of the show. All these women now that were former dancers that are throwing these come dance with. Like I told Maya, I swear you can make some money because all these people that know you by name come dance with Maya for a weekend. I guarantee you there'll be about 15, 20 women in there and about 5 or 6 guys in there ready to learn how to dance from Maya.
It might be 15, 20 guys and 5 or 6
right.
Guys.
Like you can monetize. Like these women are being Yep, these women are monetizing it, man, and good for them. Shoot, make that money. I wish somebody come out. Hey, I'm gonna throw a trumpet camp. It'd be about 2 people there.
I'll be there, bro. I'll be there with you. You dig?